we did actually propose this. We have, we floated a couple of ideas at various stages through, if you go back over the questions and so on. One was to have voting on Sundays. The reason that the government gave disagreement with that was that they could not get agreement with the churches on Sunday voting. The answer Minister for the Environment gave a number of times was that some churches have a very strong objection to voting on a Sunday. The other idea that we floated was to have voting over a 2-day period. There's no golden rule that it should be just fixed one day, and that let's say you had it over a Saturday and Sunday, it would get over, that would enable people, for example, who, and I acknowledge that there are people who have a view about the Sabbath and Sunday, so it would get over that, and it would also widen the opportunity that people have to vote.
But what I'm saying to you is, do you think that if there was, if you like, weekend voting, that it actually would allow more young people, even the first time voter who might be 19 or 20 years of age, the opportunity to vote?
I think so. I mean, I favour the idea of experimenting to some degree with the voting process, because no matter what day you choose in the week, there are going to be disadvantages for some people. Maybe for young people, they may be in school, but maybe for workers who are in different shifts, whatever day it is, whether it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday or Sunday. And there is an advantage of having, say, a weekend voting where people have an opportunity, a greater opportunity of having more free time and more spare time and not tied up by their employment. So I think that's something that certainly should be looked at. I mean, it's only a few years ago when local elections, for example, we had a situation in the 90s where 9 years went by before we had local elections because there wasn't a set period. Now there's a set period. Local elections must take place every 5 years. And that can be extended again to all elections, which is the case in other countries, that you have a set time for the election and you agree it and you know exactly when it's taking place. But I think the idea of having a weekend where there's more than one day involved is really desirable, because the whole purpose of the exercise is to get the maximum number of people exercising their franchise. So we should certainly be very flexible and very open on those ideas.
Have you any suspicions as to why the Taoiseach has become not favours the Thursday vote?
I have two suspicions. One has to do with his concern that supporters of the government would have gone to their holiday home wherever on Friday. And the second is, I think he does want to disenfranchise young people who are away at college. I mean, if you hold an election on a Thursday in May, when people are either sitting exams or they're preparing for them, they're not going to, if they're from Galway and they're in UCD or whatever, they're not going to go back to Galway on the Thursday and come back up on Friday morning to sit their exam in Belfield. And he knows that, and I think that is, whereas if we're on the Friday, even if you have the exam finishes at 4:30 or 5, you still have time to get home before the close of
Why would you be so particularly worried about that?
Well, I'm suspecting, I mean, have you asked him why he wants to have it on a Thursday?
No, I haven't got a chance yet.
Yeah, well, I heard that he's ruled, or that he's indicated to the parliamentary party that it won't be on a Friday. I mean, the impression I have, is that the Friday voting did give an opportunity for people who were away to get home before the close of poll and so on. But I do also know that this issue has been arising in recent times about, the flight to, the flight to the south of Spain or, wherever people are going on Friday afternoon.
Well, just on